Okay, boys and girls, let's get ready to do this math. So first of all, you're going to get your ruler out and you're going to draw a 3-inch line segment. You put your ruler, the edge of your ruler right on that dot, and you're going to draw all the way to 3 inches. And here it says 3.5 inches. So I'll do it over here. So I want 3 inches, which will be, my name line will go to 3 inches, and it wants the date to be a 3.5 inch, so that's going to be to here, 3.5 inches. So on the top one, you'll write your name, Allison, and on the bottom, you'll write your date, April 29th, okay? So there you go on that. Now, let's continue on. It says there were 12 children in room 5. How many are in a dozen, boys and girls? I want you to think about eggs. Eggs come in a dozen usually. How many are a dozen? If you said 12, you are correct. So there were 12 children in room 5, and let's put 12 above that. 2 children went to the library. 2 children went to the library. So my question is, how many children are in room 5 now? So here's my number sentence. I start with a dozen, which is 12. 2 leave and go to the library. So how many are left? How many are left? 12 minus 2 is 10. So do y'all see how I got that number sentence from the information in the word problem? Here it says shows 5:35 on the clock. Okay, so my hour hand is my shorthand, and it's going to be past the 5. It's going to be in between the 5 and the 6. And my long hand is going to be 35. If I know 6 is 30, then 7 is going to be 35. So my clock now reads 5:35. How many minutes are there in 1 hour? How many minutes are there in 1 hour? Let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So you're going to write 60, M-I-N-S period, minutes. Write these numbers in order from least, which is the smallest, to greatest. Which of these numbers is the least? I'm going to give you a second to look at them. So it's between these two because they both begin with 1. So 129, and I'll cross it out. Then I'm going to use my other 1 number, 170. Now we've got to choose between these. Is 243, 260, 259? Well, 243... then 260 or 259? 259. And my greatest number is 260. Do y'all see how we did that? Write the numbers that are 10 less and 10 more. Well, what is 10 less than 60? 50. What is 10 more than 60? 70. What is 10 less than 35? 25. What is 10 more than 35? 45. Do you see how the number in my tens place is the one changing? Do you see that? 25, 35, 45. What is 10 less than 47? 37. What is 10 more than 47? 57. Do you see that? Using tally marks, show the number of children in your class. So let me erase this for a minute and move my paper up. Give me just a second, sweeties. Okay, let's move my paper up. All right, let's look at this. Using tally marks, show the number of children in our class. Well, now that Owen is gone, we have 14, right? So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? So the number of children in our class, 14, using tally marks. Each group with a cross is 5, right? So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What number does the picture show? Well, this is 100, and this is 100, and this is 100, and this is 100. So how many hundreds do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hundreds. How many groups of 10 do I have? 0, tens. And how many ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this represents 408. Do you see that? All right, and then I want you to add these. You know how to do this. 9 and 1 is 10, and 10 and 4 is 14. Carry your 1. 7 and 1 is 8, plus 1 more is 9, 10, 11. So you should have 114 cents. Don't forget your cent sign. Here, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nothing to carry. 4 and 4 is 8. That's a double. Plus 3 more is 9, 10, 11. So here we have 119 cents. Don't forget your cent sign. Here we have 5, and I know that 5 and 5 is 10. So 10 and 8 is 18. Put down my 8. Carry my 1. 8 and 2 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Plus 1 more is 16. 168 cents. 45 minus 10 is what? 35. You take down your tens place 1. 26 minus 10 is what? 16. Okay, so this was a great review of skills that we've learned earlier in the year. I want you to do the next page, which is typically the homework page. And if you have a question about it, flip back. It's going to look very similar to the way that we've done these.